Welcome back to the U.S. Hot Rod Association's Monster Truck Challenge. Now, in case you just joined us, we're watching racing on a circular track from the Providence Civic Center. See, the trucks start in the middle, and they go all the way around the floor, wind up back in the middle of the arena. Second round is about to begin. The two guys who stayed on the track while the competition was disqualified face each other now in round two. Now, that's going to be Jackie Willman in Taurus and David Morris behind the wheel of the Equalizer. Expect a great race between the defending world champion and the hottest truck of 1992. Now, the other matchup has a veteran and a newcomer. Former world champion Fred Schaefer is the veteran in barefoot. The newcomer is Bigfoot's Dan Runte, back as the fast loser after hitting a turn pole in round one action. Here to describe the second round from Providence is the voice of Monster Truck Challenge, Joe Lowe.
The fans are on their feet in Providence. They've only seen round number one, but they know round number two is coming up. And featured in this one, Jackie Willman in Taurus, who describes that round number one race.
Well, it was a little bit smoother ride than the first time, but still not satisfied with the performance around there. I'm just going to try to do better next time.
The word from the world champion, but he's going up against the hottest truck on the circuit this year, David Morris in the Equalizer out of Springfield, Tennessee. Jackie Willman, the world champ, he's ready. The Equalizer's ready. The crowd's ready, and here we go in Providence. They're both about even. Now the turn, that dreaded turn that caused everybody problems today. And David Morris does, in fact, have problems. He swings way out. Jackie Willman under control. Great job. David Morris tried to come back again on that second turn, had problems with the rear end coming about, and that cost him the win. Your winner right there, Jackie Willman, Taurus. Look at this. Great handling on Jackie's part. The rear steer in effect. Straightens it out over the cars. Just a few seconds ahead of the Equalizer. And advancing to our final, the world champion, Taurus. Again, David Morris had a lot of problems with rear steer, and it cost him the win here in Providence. Moving along to our next matchup, Bigfoot and Barefoot. Barefoot and the veteran Fred Schaefer out of Pontoon Beach, Illinois.
Talk about the race against Carolina Crusher.
Pretty close race. There was a little bit of mud on the one end there, and I got around the corners pretty good and did good.
How about the straight track as opposed to the circular track? What do you like better?
Well, I guess the older drivers like me has got a little more experience on the circular track, and I think my truck's probably a little bit more prepared than some of them because of the experience.
Experience is going to play a big factor here because he's going up against Dan Runte and Bigfoot, a relative newcomer to the monster truck racing scene. He's piloting the big blue Ford Bigfoot.
I like the track so far. It's pretty smooth as far as the corners. The cars are really smooth. Other than there is one hole in this blue set of cars that does throw you back up. The ramps are good. The corners are good and smooth. The sand helps a lot on the corners. I like the track.
Dan Runte likes the track in Bigfoot. Fred Schaefer says Barefoot is ready, and there they go. On this important turn, both clear of the pole. Bigfoot seems to have this track dialed in, and Fred Schaefer, whoa, Freddie, he had some problems. Dan Runte, he has problems on the turn, comes over the finish line first. It was not the prettiest win I've ever seen. This young man thinks it's too loud, and the crowd is just sitting mesmerized. The winner being announced to the crowd as Bigfoot. Dan Runte, he had to watch this pole. That's the one he took out earlier. What a great job. But look, the rear end comes around. Dan Runte is out of shape, but he does keep two tires over the cars at all times. He crosses the finish line, stops it. Hey, the winner is Bigfoot. Now notice that Barefoot's not even in the picture yet. He's not even over the cars. Experience didn't help Fred Schaefer this time, as Bigfoot is your winner. He'll take on Taurus in our Monster Final. And this crowd just can't wait for our next race.
Now, that was probably the best round of racing we've seen here on the U.S. Hot Rod Association's Monster Truck Challenge. Equalizer gave Taurus everything he had. But Jackie Willman is in the finals. And Dan Runte drove Bigfoot like he was the veteran in the race. But Fred Schaefer in Barefoot also drove an outstanding lap around the floor of the Providence Civic Center. Great racing. We're going to have the finals from Providence when the USHRA's Monster Truck Challenge continues in just a moment.